What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. I'm Isaiah. Today we're going to be playing another game of Chrome Hammer Ascension. We sold off all of our business records last time, or all of our information, our data. Made a bunch of money. We're going to be cruising for fives, looking for more research, and still looking for those fives on those pay data dice. Before we get into that, if you haven't considered hitting that like, subscribe, or bell notification, please do, because it helps me, it helps you know when I post new things, which is usually every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you want to do a little bit more, you can check out the link to the Patreon on the bottom, or to the Redbubble, and get you some cool swag. And let's get into this game of Chrome Hammer Ascension from Nordic Weasel Games. What's up, friends? This is going to be our board today for this game of Chrome Hammer Ascension. We are down here in this part of town because the owner of our favorite ramen cart said that he came down to this neighborhood to try to peddle some nudes and got not only harassed, but robbed and accosted by a local gang. So after doing a little bit of research, talking to some of our people, we figured out that there is a gang run by an absolutely twisted, demented cultist of a Ripper Doc. So he and his minions, his cohort, have harassed one of our people, and we are not going to stand for that. So we are down here to rumble it up with this gang of cultists, this Ripper Doc cult, and we're going to get into it. There's no city event, or there was a city event. The city event for this one was out of service, so before I can use any of these terminals, I have to hotwire them to get them working. And once they're working, I can use them to either stun gangers, or I can use them to delay the police. The police arrive default after 5 turns unless I can add to that. My goal here is to frag as many of these punks as I can. There is no response meter in this particular mission, and I start exposed as close to the center of my edge as I can get because of the way I have the table set up. I'm a little bit off center, but there are no loot boxes, just the 4 data terminals that all have to be jump started before I can do anything with them. So let's get into some orders for turn 1. Oh, one more thing. I did purchase some branded gear. I got some goodies. So Kit got some armor, and she also got a new cybernetics. She got a punch wrist, so that after she finishes a melee attack, the person that she attacks becomes stunned. Hammerjack, a wrist hammer, something like that. It's a piston wrist. That's what it was. So she's rapidly turning into a melee beast, and I love it. Okay, so orders 4. So all but one person is going to get to do stuff here. So we're going to start with Felix. He's going to move to here and open fire on this guy downrange. So looking for a 7 because that guy's not encumbered. That'll hit and deal 2 damage. Johnny will move up and take the same shot. Yeah, that can stand. I'm not gonna burn his reroll just yet. I think he can just get there. Let's check. 2, 3, yes. So he's just gonna walk himself over to that terminal. I have 1 action left, and I'm going to use it with Kit, who is going to lay low. She's going to move to right there and gain a stealth. So this is where all of our baddies end up. We got a couple of them that are going to be taking shots. We'll show you where everybody ends up first. Coming up through this alley, coming around this corner, and one even making a mad dash because he's just melee only, so he's just trying to get in their face. So here, here, and here we have shots to take. He'll be shooting at Johnny. It'll be on a 1. Does not hit. The second one will be the same thing, but against Felix because he's closer. That one will hit Felix for 1. We'll go to our last one, which is the guy behind the SUV, also at Felix. On a 3, does not hit. Generate some orders. 6. That's a good turn. I needed that here. So we're going to... Oh, they're all around us. All right. So we're going to try to... Okay. So we're going to go with... Copperhead, who's going to engage. She's going to go and then take a shot here. Looking for a 7. That is a miss. I'm going to take the reroll. Burn it. Yes. Worth it. And then damage roll. 3 goes to 4 damage on that ganger. That was worth the reroll because that will help a lot with other things. Kit is going to lay low again, so she'll get 2 stealth this time. Rocco is going to carry out and try to get this data terminal working. He's going to burn his street cred. Oh, jeez. Come on, Browder. Nope. That is a fail. So we're going to take 1d3. Whew, 3 damage. Johnny is going to take the shot at the man down there. Now it's -1 because I didn't move, but it's +1 because he's got cover. So still looking for that 7. That will hit. Oh, bugger. I needed to do 1 more damage. And Felix will take the same shot. Does not hit with his shot, however. We'll go to baddies, where he's going to defend away. The rest will do some moving and shooting. So we got everybody moved around. They're closing in their noose around me. Got a couple that chose to go up as opposed to closer to get better vantage points because it put them to where they could get a shot off immediately. And we're going to start here with this guy who charged into Felix. Now, he only had enough movement to get to the edge of the car, which puts him in assault range, but he's going to be fighting over the car. So no charge damage, and he'll be at a -1. I get a 2. So that'll deal 2 damage because they were at a -1. So 2 damage there, and he will fall back. This fellow will take a shot at Rocco. Hold on, who's closer? Copperhead might be the closer target. Copperhead is, so he'll shoot at Copperhead. Looking for a 2. That will deal a point of damage, and Copperhead will get to fire back. So looking for an 8 here, 7. That'll hit. 9 will definitely hit. For 4 damage. Beautiful. This ganger will shoot at Johnny. That'll hit for a point of damage. This ganger will shoot at Felix. That will not hit because of the cover and such. And that guy doesn't have a shot. Up top here does have a shot at Felix. It'll be on a 2. This will be -2 for range and cover, but +1 because of the elevation. Nothing. Okay, back to me. I got to get this freaking thing working. 4 orders. So Copperhead is going to carry out and try to hotwire this thing. 7. It is a fail for 1 damage. So that's not too bad. Okay, Rocco will try to hotwire it. God bless. Oh, geez. Johnny, gonna try to put a shot into that fellow. Misses because of his cover. Felix, gonna try to do the same thing. Misses as well. Okay. Ooh, not a great turn. We'll go to bad guys. Okay, so let's start with some bad guys doing stuff. So here at there, looking for a 2 because of cover. That misses, but I do get to firefight back. So looking for an 8. That is a miss, but at this point, because that firefight has been initiated, if anybody else shoots at him, it'll be at less. Revenant here will shoot at Felix, looking for a 2. That misses. Felix can open fire back at him. That will hit for 1 damage. Gross. Man up top will have a shot at Felix. That hits for 2. This fellow has a charge that he can make. Again, it'll be the same situation. Only now I am at the -1. Okay, so that's a tie. So we each take 1, and then it goes again. There we go. So that's 6, 5 over there, 3. Be 2 damage, so total 3 damage to him and 1 damage to me. Let's get some orders. Hopefully it's a good turn. 6. Okay. Everybody's going to get to do stuff. We're going to start with Johnny, who's going to take a shot here. That will miss, and it will shoot back at me and miss. Okay, but that's initiated a firefight there, so I'll get a bonus to hit him. So Felix gonna take the same shot and will hit for 1 damage. Bro, Felix, come on, whatever. It's enough to get him to at least turn tail and run during the next activation. Kit is going to move out this way. 2, give me 8 inches, which should be 8 was enough to get me to melee range. All right, so he'll take another damage there for the charge. That was a little reroll. All right, so for the charge, so that's 5 plus 1 for being starting hidden, plus 1 for my blades, taking me to a 7 against their 1. We'll deal 6 damage, which will kill him. However, when he dies, it will deal 1 damage to me. I think. Let me reread. 1 damage to all within assault range. So that'll also be a damage here and here. And nobody walked away from it, so I don't lose my stealth. Sweet. I'm good with that. I am good with that. Oh, that leaves over here. We're going to try this carry out to open this thing up with Copperhead. Come on, girl. That's cocked. Ah, geez Louise. 2 damage. And lastly, Rocco will just move or defend around away out of line of sight, heal his point of damage, and then prepare himself to regroup next time. Into baddies. So I've already moved some of the things around. We'll finish up the rest. So he moves up to here. That goes away. And he'll take a shot at Copperhead. Hits for 1. I get to shoot back and miss. Unfortunate. He's already moved up 6, and he'll move another d6, which will bring him up to here, but he doesn't have the ability to charge me and then shoot at me. So he just sits there, I guess, or maybe he stops just outside of the assault range. I'm not exactly sure. He moved away. He defended away. He defended away. He will take a shot at Felix. Misses. He will take a shot at Felix. And hits, I believe. Yes. The 2 will hit and deal 2 damage to Felix. This one will come across here and swing at Felix. So no charge bonus because of the intervening, but I am at the minus here. So that's 0, 2 damage. That will frag Felix. This fellow will then move up and scan, which is a fail, but will trigger a close call at that correction. There wouldn't have been a regular scan check. It would have just been the close call. So I immediately lose a stealth. That does not expose me. Then we roll an opposed roll, which I win. So they will just wander off in a random direction, which I get to choose because the 1 was face down. So they're going to wander off that way, which brings it back to me and what will most likely be the last turn because I cannot, for the life of me, get the terminals to work. So we'll start with Johnny, who's gonna take a shot at that ganger down there. Nope, that will not hit. We'll go to Copperhead, who is going to engage this way and shoot at that ganger. That will hit. Let's see if I can finish him off. 4 plus the 1 for... Yes, all right. So that's a dead one. Nothing within 3 of him, so no damage there. Okay. That's at least 1 more ganger killed. Oh, I didn't roll orders. I just started doing stuff. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're okay. We're okay. We're not cheating yet. Johnny shot and missed. Copperhead did her thing. Rocco's going to regroup just because he's beat up bad. Kit is going to attack here. So it's not a tie though, because I got a 5. I'm +2 right now, so I'm at an 8, and they're at a 6 also, which is we'll go to a 5. So I would deal 3 damage there, which might be enough. I think they have 7. 3 damage doesn't quite frag them, and then I would become exposed. So then we'll go to bad guys, who will... We'll start with the ones who don't have to do anything. So that's going to defend away. That's going to defend away. They don't matter. This guy will take a shot at Copperhead, who's in the open. He just... Oh, man. Oh, he still manages to miss. Whoo, still manages to miss. Technically, this would be... I would call this firefight, because from the kind of silhouette of her model to the base of his model is 9 inches. So I'm going to... Oh my goodness. I'm going to step back. Like I don't want to get fragged here. So I'm just going to jump back over here behind the car with my 7 inches of movement to where I've got some protection from anything else that might be coming this way. He will shoot at Kit. That will hit. The 2 will hit. We've already established that. So So first 2 damage on her, though. This fellow would move 3. Yeah, it's going to get him to assault range with Johnny, who he can see. So they'll avast ye. That's going to be a victory for me, because I'll take 1 damage, but he's still got more on him. Yes, he's still got more on him. So he's -1 to 1, 3. So that'll be 2 damage to the Ganger, and then the Ganger will step away. Last Ganger, or not last Ganger, but this Ganger will move down, take a shot at Johnny, hit Johnny. Johnny will fire back. Johnny also hits. Johnny also hits. Give me a good number. Ooh, 4. Yes, that will frag that Ganger. And probably that would deal the damage to him. Yep, and it will deal 1 damage to him, which won't frag him. That would have been sweet if it had. Right, and then we got this guy who wants very badly to charge Kit. Will take a damage, so she will have -1 to her roll here. So she's -1 +1, so she's just straight dice, is what that comes out to. So 5 to their 2 is 3 damage against that Ganger, and that Ganger will step away. And that will do it. I really think that if I'd have been able to actually get one of the terminals going, and to where I could have gotten myself some extra turns, I would have been able to do a lot more work here and help my friend out a lot more. Johnny killed him, but I managed to kill 3 Gangers. I did have one of my team get fragged, so we'll see how that pans out in the post game. All right, so as our rewards, we get 1d6 plus 3 gigabit coins. Wait, no, hold on, I'm looking at the wrong mission. We get 1d6 plus 2 for each frag enemy, so 1d6 plus 6. Okay, so let's try that again. Battery died and I rolled the dice off the table. So 1d6 plus 6 gigabit coins. So that's gonna be 12 gigabit coins. That's a good haul. Johnny, Kit, and Copperhead get 3 rep. That 3 rep will put Copperhead to the point where she could get a fresh street cred to replace the one that she just burned for getting those cybernetics. So that worked out beautifully. So let's go back to the other part of the book and see what happens to our friend Felix. Let's see. Ooh. Oh no. Felix is wasted. And I do not have a clone of him right now. Well, that is sad and unfortunate. He was a good friend. Okay, so we'll be back next time with a new friend. We may bring back JT Goldman. We may acquire a new punk off the street to replace our friend Felix, which we'll never really be able to replace him, but we'll find somebody else to fill in and try to hold it down. Until next time, thanks so much for tuning in to this game of Chrome Hammer Ascension. I had a great time playing. I hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you next time, and I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. And as always, I'd like to say a big, huge, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to our patrons who support us and pledge to us over on Patreon. You guys are the absolute best. If you enjoyed the content you saw here today and that's something that you would like to consider doing to help out the channel, go over there, check out the link in the description, check out the Patreon. There's a lot of cool stuff over there, including access to our Discord server. Talk to me, hang out with me, talk about our work, what we got going on in the hobby, some shout outs, all kinds of cool stuff. Check it out if that's something that you think you would be into. And regardless of whether or not you do that, I want you to know that I am incredibly grateful that you decided to stop by and spend part of your day with me today, rolling dice and pushing toy soldiers around. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and as always, may the dice be ever in your favor.